money feelings. It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate in...
of pride, really, because after some 17 days, these workers are all fine and they were able to get food to them and oxygen, and of course they will be getting medical checks.
Back here at home, a major healthcare system has been hit by a ransomware attack, as we hear from CBS's Jim Crisula.
Ardent Health, which operates 30 hospitals nationwide,
Fucking
says
cool.
a cyber attack
Yep,
has shut down emergency rooms in at least 6 states. Ardent is having to divert patients to other facilities. Jack Dennett, he is a cybersecurity expert.
There's some risk that this is what we think of as a two-phase attack, right? Where partially it's disturbing the systems and disconnecting them, then charging ransomware.
Ardent Health says the cyber attack has taken its network offline and has affected computer programs, including those that track patients' healthcare records.
The political arm of the powerful big money Koch network has endorsed Nikki Haley's GOP presidential campaign. President Biden's son Hunter offered today to give public testimony to a House panel investigating him, at the same time calling it a fishing expedition. But CBS's Catherine Herridge tells us the top Republican on the panel said no.
Their strategy is to do this in 2 phases, to have the closed-door interview first, for them to have a fact-finding exercise, and then to have public hearings that can be more, in their words, efficient and targeted. So at least for now, it does appear that the president's son will be required to sit for this deposition on December 13th or try and fight the deposition in the courts.
President Biden will be among those attending a service today for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter in Atlanta. The word is 99-year-old former President Carter plans to attend. Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 176 points. The NASDAQ is up 49, and the S&P 500 up 15. This is CBS News.
You don't need a job platform, you need a hiring partner. Indeed lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
It's 9:03 at the Bay Area's news station KCBS. Partly cloudy to mostly clear skies today. Rain on the way. Good morning. I'm Mark Schaefer.
And I'm Eric Thomas.
And here's what's happening.
Tensions over the war between Israel and Hamas were once again felt in Oakland last night as the city council passed a resolution calling for a permanent ceasefire. KCBS's Matt Bigler joins us from Oakland with the latest.
There was just one item on the Oakland City Council's agenda last night.
That is the resolution affirming Oakland's support for the congressional and worldwide calls for immediate ceasefire in Gaza.
Nonetheless, public comment lasted nearly 6 hours, with more than 200 people signing up to speak, many in support of the Palestinians.
We've seen the targeting and massacring of civilians, of healthcare facilities. This decision should really be the bare minimum of what we as a city are willing to do to protect the well-being of the Palestinian people.
But some, including Ty Gregory, CEO of the Jewish Community Relations Council, called for an amendment to the resolution condemning Hamas.
Hamas is a terrorist organization that seeks the annihilation of Israel, including the 1,400 massacred and 239 captured into tunnels in Gaza.
In the end, the City Council passed the ceasefire resolution unanimously without amendment, unlike the resolution that Richmond recently passed that accused Israel of ethnic cleansing. Oakland acknowledged lives lost on both sides of the conflict. In Oakland, Matt Bigler, KCBS.
A new professional baseball team is launching in Oakland. Starting next year, the Oakland Ballers will take the field at Laney College. KCBS's Mike DeWalt reports the team hopes to build on the momentum of the Sell movement.
How a major league team, rather the independent Pioneer League, for the Oakland Ballers will be the first team on the West Coast. Co-founder Brian Carmel says the idea was hatched in June when A's fans pushed to keep their team in town. This is the greatest baseball sports fan base in the world.
Call them the Bees for short.
Co-founder Paul Friedman says the A's leaving for Las Vegas shouldn't be the final chapter for professional baseball in Oakland.
Oakland also has an amazingly rich baseball history, 58 years of baseball. Ricky Henderson grew up here, Dave Stewart grew up here. Like, baseball is intertwined with the history of Oakland.
Friedman says the team is also looking to reimagine the relationship between organization and fans by asking them to become part owners to add to the $2 million raised so far.
We believe, the fans should have ownership in the team, literal ownership in the team. And so, like the Oakland Roots have done, we intend to proceed with a crowdfund effort.
City leaders will be at Laney College later today to launch the team. Mike DeWalt, KCBS.
Contra Costa officials are still asking questions As Chevron wraps up operations at its Richmond refinery today after yesterday's 5-hour flaring release that sent a plume of black smoke up into the air visible for miles. As KCBS reporter Holly Kwan tells us, the Air Quality Management District says it got more than 100 complaints stemming from the scary-looking incident.
When you see a tall, dark pillar of smoke that continues for hours, you start to wonder if you should close your windows and doors. That's why Contra Costa Supervisor and Air Quality Board member John Joya says even though Chevron's own air monitors showed a shelter-in-place was not required, there needs to be penalties associated with such a nuisance.
It's hard to prove that they acted intentionally because they rarely do. It's not intentional, it's more negligence. We're trying to maximize the penalty so that they're not something like 25,000 or 50, but higher than that for what we call strict liability incidents like this, where we don't have to prove whether there's negligence or not. But that an event like this can impact the public, is a nuisance, and there should be a penalty associated with that.
Chevron says the flaring was because of a power outage at the refinery. It's hoped it can avoid more when it resumes full operations. Holly Kwon, KCBS.
San Francisco Supervisors Committee is moving forward with legislation aimed at reforming the process for approving residential development. This amid looming threats of losing control over local zoning and state funding for housing and transit. The legislation contains an amendment to prevent the demolition of rent-controlled housing and a provision to protect historic resources. The city, meantime, has missed its first deadline to pass an ordinance introduced by Mayor Breed that's designed to speed up the approval process by slashing red tape and allowing projects to move forward without a planning commission hearing. There is some concern that state housing officials could decertify San Francisco's housing element, the 8-year plan approved earlier this year, under which the city is mandated to come up with 82,000 housing units, over half of which are supposed to be affordable for low and moderate income families.
Let's check out the South Bay. This traffic report. Here's Dave.
Really slow traffic. Good news is the accidents, the stalls, all out of the way. Just residual slowing. Worst is going to be northbound 17, starting at Camden Avenue. It is under the speed limit of 280. And after a little break, that northbound 880 drive will be slow, starting well above Los Colleges, DashCam Avenue. Make your way over to 101. Northbound 101, still slow and go from the Fort Hellier all the way into Santa Clara. And northbound 85, slow and go, starts at Almaden Expressway. Let's just call it under the speed limit all the way into Mountain View. Daly City, northbound 280 before John Daly. It's a stalled dump truck. 2 right lanes affected right now. That's got traffic backed up towards Eastmore. Slow in San Francisco, both directions of 101 between 3rd Street and Cesar Chavez. Meter lights still on at the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza, but not too bad a wait there. And once you're on the bridge, a good drive into San Francisco. Have reports of a crash southbound 680 in Walnut Creek near Olympic. And it looks like a car and a big rig should be on the right shoulder in the Chilton Automatic Collision Cam. We've got slow traffic starting right around the Monument Overpass as you make your way to the 24 interchange. Your next traffic update, 918 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Thank you, Dave. Mostly sunny skies today, dry as well, but increasing clouds. The warmest spots around San Jose and the Santa Clara Valley in the mid to upper 60s. The rest of the Bay Area topping out in the low to mid 60s. Rain chances hitting the coast late this evening, spreading across the rest of the Bay Area late tonight through the first part of tomorrow. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, savvy, staying ahead of the market at every turn, finding ways to do more with less, and taking advantage of every opportunity that comes their way. That's why Comcast Business is introducing the Small Business Bonus. For a limited time, you can get up to a $1,000 prepaid card when you switch to Comcast Business, the company with the largest, fastest, reliable network. Yep, you heard that right. 1,000 back. Something extra for your company. From the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call or go online to learn about the $1,000 bonus today. Comcast Business. empowering possibilities.
Ends 12/5/2023. New customers with 750 megabits per second or above and 2-year agreement must keep required new services for 30 days to receive prepaid card. Other restrictions apply.
You may not know it, but the equity in your home can provide you with cash when you need it most. Whether you're looking to consolidate debt or cover a major renovation, a home equity line of credit or cash out refinance from Fremont Bank may be a great choice for you. With increased home values, now may be the right time to give us a call to find out how your home's equity can work for you. Visit fremontbank.com or call 866-992-INFO today. NMLS number 478471, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Your Tuesday morning News Watch continues.
Remember the luxury high-rise in San Francisco that flooded after a water main burst, leaving hundreds of residents looking for a temporary place to stay? That was 17 months ago. KCBS's Raquel Maria Dillon reports the building's developer recently told those residents they still cannot move back in.
It was June 2022 when a water main failed and flooded 33 Tehama. The owner and developer, Hines, told about 400 people who lived there they could move back in last fall. But last week, Hines said they can't come back until next year at the earliest. Nazi Fahimi, an attorney who represents some of the residents, says this isn't the first time the move-in date has been pushed back, and her clients are exasperated.
The folks who are hoping to move back in, of course, are very disappointed, and it's something that they've had to face several times already, and they're continuing to face uncertainty.
Fahimi says insurance issues have delayed the lawsuit, one of several that accuse Hines of negligence. But the case is moving forward. I'm Raquel Maria Dillon, KCBS.
Still to come on KCBS, NBA player gets into another verbal tiff with a fan. Stephen with that story in sports in 2 minutes.
The last time you checked your house for termites was probably when you bought your house. How long has that been? This is Joe Starkey. With one call to Pacific Coast Termite, a uniformed inspector will come to your home or business and answer your questions and inspect your property. Now, even if you don't think you have termites, I recommend you call Pacific Coast Termite for a free home inspection to make sure. Certain restrictions apply. If you do have termites, they can get rid of them with no tenting, no double bagging your food, no pet sitting. You can even be home while they do their work. Try doing that when there's a tent over your house. Mention KCBS and get 10% off termite treatment and a 2-year guarantee on their work. Call 800-PACIFIC. That's 800-PACIFIC. Or go to PacificCoastTermite.com.
Pacific Coast Termite, kills termites.
The clean, friendly way.
News sponsored by Pacific Coast Termite.
Lowe's knows how to save pros time and money. Right now, save $200 on a DeWalt miter saw, now just $399. And there's more. Save $100 on a DeWalt table saw, only $299. Visit us in-store or online for more deals you can't beat. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTR-CM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Coming up on KCBS on today's Ask an Expert, we'll find out how generosity on Giving Tuesday can make a real difference for people right here in the Bay Area. KCBS News Time is 9:15.
Oh, Brody, it's time for peace on Earth. Can't you just ignore those fans out there? Let's find out more from Stephen Langford at the Bay Area Chevy Dealers Sports Desk.
It didn't help, Eric, that the Clippers were losing to the Denver Nuggets when the Nuggets were without their top 3 players in Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Aaron Gordon. The Nuggets beat the Clippers last night 113 to 104. But towards the end of that game, Clippers veteran Russell Westbrook got into it again with the fans. Someone sitting courtside said something Westbrook deemed too personal, so he talked back to that fan, and then security and some teammates stepped in after the buzzer, and Dating back to 2019, there have been 3 separate instances in which Westbrook has got into a little tiff with an opposing fan. One earned a lifetime ban from Oklahoma City's arena that year in 2019. Another threw popcorn on Westbrook as he headed back to the locker room in 2021. And last year in the first round of the playoffs, he got into it with the Suns fan as well. Now, Westbrook, in speaking to reporters after the game, he says he can deal with hecklers until it gets personal.
I guess they feel they can kind of say whatever, but this is our job. This is something that we go out and compete to do, enjoy the game, but all the negativity, the negative comments about family and things of that nature, I will kind of stay away from, but anything else, kind of stay away from.
I'm sure the hecklers will be out in full force in Sacramento tonight as the Warriors are back for the in-season tournament, the 4th and final game of the group stage as they take on the Kings. Now, why players are motivated by this in-season tournament? Simply money. Each player gets $500,000 if they win, and it may not seem like much to a player like Stephen Curry, who's making $50 million per year, but to players on the minimum salary contracts, and one who's experienced that is Warriors guard Gary Payton II.
We just know when that court's different, it's money time, so I think a few of our guys, and especially our young guys, it'll help out our young guys in our 2 ways, so try to lock in and, bring it home.
Tip time in Sacramento at 7 o'clock. At the sports desk, Stephen Langford, KCBS.
The holiday season is a time of giving, and as always, Stevens Creek Subaru wants to give back. Purchase or lease any new Subaru vehicle from Stevens Creek Subaru from now until January 2nd, and Subaru will donate $250 to a select national charity of your choice. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event going on now at Stevens Creek Subaru. In addition, Stevens Creek Subaru will add another $75 for charity. Since 2008, Subaru of America has proudly donated more than $256 million to more than 2,100 national and local charities. And if that's not enough, buy or lease any new Subaru from Stevens Creek Subaru between now and December 31st and receive 2 Sierra and Tahoe season passes from Subaru of America. For information on Subaru's 4 national charities, call Stevens Creek Subaru at 408-984-2001.
So get a great deal on a new Subaru and have a donation made in your name. It's a win-win from Stevens Creek Subaru. We're easy to find on Stevens Creek Boulevard, just off of Winchester, near Santana Row in San Jose, or online at StevensCreekSubaru.com. That's StevensCreekSubaru.com. Buckle up and drive safely.
Cyber Golden Gable deals are here at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 45% off and save an extra $100 on every $800 you spend on select major appliances. And there's more. Get the DeWalt 20-volt Max Drill Kit for $99. Was $159. Hurry, these savings won't last because Lowe's knows deals. Valid to 11/29. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com for details.
Dave's in your local Honda dealer's traffic center with a look at traffic. Let's see, this time it's back to Berkeley.
We get an earlier crash there, westbound 80 between University Avenue and Ashby. Should be off to the right shoulder. Car and a motorcycle were involved, so there's still some activity, and that is adding to the slow traffic. Back from San Pablo Dam Road, it is a real slow drive in a Chilton Auto Body collision cam. Getting to the Richmond Santa Fe Bridge, a little easier there. Westbound 580 slows at Canal, getting onto the span. Marin County commute southbound 101 slows down Highway 37 down towards the Prentice Parkway. Northbound, we heard from Julia, a garbage can rolling around in the lanes there. Traffic's getting by, but just a hazard for you. And thanks to Julia for dialing 415-391 KCBS. Southbound 680 at Olympic and Walnut Creek, crash there, right shoulder. See some slow and go still out of Pleasant Hills from about Freed Boulevard into the 24 interchange. Southbound 880 improving dramatically over earlier this morning, but it is still going to be slow through the 238 interchange to Winton. More slowing kicks in Union City, Alvarado Niles all the way through Fremont. Get traffic when you need it. 24/7 on X from the traffic leader, KCBS.
Thank you, Dave. Visit Mancini Sleep World for our year-end clearance event or visit sleepworld.com. Here's your Mancini Sleep World 6-day forecast. Partly cloudy to mostly clear during the daylight hours and dry. Increasing clouds, though, the warmest spots around San Jose and the Santa Clara Valley in the mid to upper 60s. Rest of the Bay Area topping out in the low to mid 60s. Rain chances hitting the coast late this evening, spreading across the rest of the Bay Area late tonight through the first part of tomorrow. Some lingering showers possible Thursday and Friday. A slight chance of showers Saturday, now looking to dry out for Sunday and Monday. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more straight talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart Plus, plus a Paramount Plus